Hi, I'm Kerrie Kelly from Kerrie Kelly Design Lab, and today we're here at Custom Home Interiors to show you how to upholster a headboard. As designers, we typically send it to our workroom, but we're going to go behind the scenes and show you how to do it yourself. So we're behind the scenes at Custom Home Interiors to understand how do we upholster a headboard. We have Marcos and Linda here to show us how it's done, and it looks like we start with plywood.
That's correct. That's the basic construction of a headboard.
Okay, so that's our base, and then there'll be layers on top of that. This is more of a rectangular shape, but I see that we have a variety of different shapes and sizes. So once we would determine that, what's the next step?
The next step would be to take this batting and staple it around the cornice.
Okay, so just giving us a little, yeah, just like a cornice box.
Yeah,
so
just like a cornice box. It's going to be stapled around.
Okay, and so we get this batting, we cut it to size, the same size as the plywood?
Actually, he is cutting it a little bit smaller because this is going to be for the inside.
Okay, so more of a
We
detail.
have a border here on this particular one.
Okay.
Yes.
So this gives us some softness, some depth to it, some substance, and it looks like he's going to staple gun it on here.
That's right.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Now this one is an air-powered staple gun, so we have some real force behind it.
You can use a standard staple gun at home.
Okay. And what's the next step? So we get this secured. I assume we go all the way around here. We pull this around?
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
And then what's our next step? Is fabric up next?
Yes.
Okay, so plywood, batting, fabric. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So we start to understand how this takes shape. And then again, do you cut that and staple that on as well?
That's correct.
Wrap that around the back?
It'll go around to the top sides, and then the back will have a white lining on the back. So there's no wood showing on the upholstered headboard.
Okay, so this would be a pretty standard. We have the rectangular shape. We're pulling around some fabric, and it seems like this could take under an hour if we're this simple, but maybe a lot longer if we have some more detail.
Definitely. If you have nail head trim or cording, all sorts of different shapes, you're going to have more labor involved, which could mean, 2 to 3 days. Just
Wow.
on the time frame,
Especially if we don't have a professional like Marcos, huh?
Right.
So show us some of the nail head detail. What are some of our options here? So for someone who's more experienced in this, we may add a nail head detail all the way around the edge here. Okay.
That's correct. You could add it on the inside or the outside.
And these are
Because there's
just
going to be a padded, on this particular one, there's going to be more of a padded band around it.
okay. And so these we would hand nail into the actual board,
Yes,
which makes it a great reason to start with that plywood so we have a base for all of that.
that's correct, yes.
Okay, well, fantastic. Now all of you at home should understand how to upholster a headboard.